Let's talk about getting brand deals with under 10,000 followers. Now, for some of you watching, you're like, this is a pipe dream. No way. You have to have followers to get brand deals. Y'all, there is nothing further than the truth. I have had creators like Jess and Steve that have had less than 5,000 followers and pitched $20,000 brand deals. Or creators like Aaron, when they first started, again, under 10,000 followers and made $6,000 on a brand deal. The thing is, when you hear these sort of case studies and you hear these sort of creators, people always want to know, how did they do that, right? How did these creators, they don't have big followings, how did they do that? And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. Oftentimes, if you see a creator with a small following getting a brand deal, it's because of content, all right? It's a content game. Brands need it. And brands don't care about your following size or your engagement rate when it comes to content, because it doesn't matter, right? As someone who's been on the brand side myself and paid creators for content, I'm not looking at their stats deciding if I want to pay them for content. What I'm looking at is their content. So what does that mean for you? You need to focus on creating quality content that you can pitch to your brand partners. Now, when I say quality, don't let this word throw you off. Quality doesn't mean high tech in a studio, super intense drone underwater. No, quality means a variety of different things. I have creators that I work with that literally shoot content for brands on their phone, literally on their phone, big brand deals on their phone. So this is not a question of quality and equipment, right? Yes, there's brands that are going to pay a little bit more for higher definition and maybe different types of quality if they're using the content on their website or print. But when I say quality, it really depends on what the brand's looking for. So when we talk about UGC content, right? User-generated content. When we talk about that, a lot of times we're seeing brands run ads. They want to run ads to this UGC content. And this content oftentimes feels really natural and organic. Think about the last time you scrolled on Facebook and you saw an ad and it literally just looks like a mom shot it on her phone. And, it doesn't seem like really intense. It's like a kid riding a bike, or she's doing an unboxing, or maybe it's a testimonial style UGC video where you see the creator just literally saying how much they love the product and showing themselves using it. This isn't high quality, but it's quality in the sense that it does the job to get the viewer hooked, to get the viewer engaged. And that's what brands are also looking for. So don't trip out with this word quality. So when you think about creating amazing content, think about, okay, what's trending? What does well? What are trending sounds? What are trending styles? Sometimes we'll see a big wave of creators go through the transitions where they're doing fun transitions, and then we'll see different stages. So if you want to work with brands as a small creator, keep your finger on the pulse of what is happening. When you're on TikTok and you see something that does well, save it. Same thing for Instagram. Ask yourself when you're scrolling, what is working? What doesn't? What makes me stop the scroll? That's the type of research you should be doing to create what I'm considering amazing content, because that's the content that does well. And sometimes it's just someone talking from their car, right? It's nothing fancy, but it's engaging because it has a hook. It has a reason for the viewer to watch the entire video, and it leaves them wanting more. Now, if you have less than 10,000 followers, like I said in the beginning, we're going to probably pitch content to brands, but I have creators with less than 10,000 followers also pitching influence. 10,000 is a big number, right? And even if you have 5,000 followers, it's still 5,000 people. Think about how many people in a room, to have 5,000 people. So to me, when it comes to pitching influence, you really want to then go ahead and think of your engagement, and not engagement rate, but what is your audience like? What doesn't it like? Spend time investigating that. Get curious with what does well on your page. Look at your insights. Use your insights to help you make these decisions. So when you are a creator that is not, massive in following, but has an audience that is ride or die, brands love this. Now, let me add to this point. This is an additional point, but it kind of ties in. A lot of times my local creators, local influencers that have a local audience, they don't need a big following to work with local brands. Why? Because think about it. If a brand here, a restaurant in Miami, Florida is doing an opening, they're better off working with a Miami creator that has a small following than a huge New York creator that has 100,000 followers, right? So from a local perspective, that brand wants to work with you, even if your following is small, but the audience is a match. See, when it comes to working with brands, you want to make sure your audience matches the brand that you're pitching. So oftentimes creators with small followings have that really nice audience match that makes them attractive to work with brands. And a lot of times my local influencers have highly engaged communities because people are local and they want to know what's happening in their hometown. Speaking of engagement, if you're enjoying this video and you enjoy what we do here at Sidewalker Daily, like this video. Go ahead, click that little like button right now. It sends a little spark to us that you want us to keep going and keep creating content like this to serve you guys. Now, if you're interested in learning ways to connect with your audience, make sure you binge this channel, y'all. We have so many videos on how to engage with your audience and how to build true community. This channel is for influencers and creators. It's for you guys. So when you're done with this video, go ahead and take a look at our playlist, take a look at the other videos, and just get learning. All right, so if you were watching this and you are a smaller creator, but something inside you is saying, I want to do this for real. I want to leave hobby land and I want to make this full-time income land. Remember, I have creators with 2,000 followers, 3,000 followers, 4,000 followers, making $10,000 plus a month on brand deals, okay? I have a ton of creators that I can vouch for and explain. And the thing is, all of these creators have made a decision to treat this as a business. So it's not a follower thing, it's a mindset thing. It's up here. Are you ready to treat this as a business? Because if you're in the hobby zone, it's going to come off that this is a hobby for you. But if you're in the this is a business zone, that energy is also going to shift, right? So like, for example, take Chriselle. She has 2,500 followers. She's already making 4 figures, right? Working with brand partners. Or Elizabeth, she also has 2,000 followers. And she's made over $40,000 since working with us here at Sidewalker and enrolling in our program, because she is pitching content and now she knows how to value herself and how to raise her rates. But all these creators, they've made an investment. So one thing that I always tell creators, and it's really important that you understand, whether it took me or however, invest in yourself. When you treat this as a business, all businesses invest in themselves, okay? If you were gonna start a nail salon, a pizza shop, you'd have to invest in your space, in your office, right? So you guys may not have brick and mortars, right? You're working from home, but you gotta invest. And I think that's a critical point of people who decide to do this for real and people who are doing this for fun. Now, if you're interested in like how to get started, come to my next free live training. I host them all the time on how to land paid brand deals. This training is free, it's live, it's killer. Creators love it. We have hundreds of comments of creators saying how good it is. And here's the thing about this training, you guys. You're going to leave with notes and actionable strategies you can implement right away. And there is no follower count to come and join this training. You could be just starting out or you could have millions of followers. It doesn't matter. The strategies will apply to you. Now, if you are a creator with less than 10,000 followers and you are trying to work with brands, a tip that I always have to say is clean up your house so that brands notice you, right? Do the strategies to get brands to notice you. So what do I mean by that? Optimize your bio, get in there, make sure that you even let brands know that you're available for work. I once had a creator say, oh my gosh, I want to work with brands, but then nowhere on her bio did she say, contact me for UGC, or did she have a link for brands to contact her? Her bio was completely empty. So when, again, you start thinking about this as a business, you want to start optimizing your channels. You also want to do things to get a brand, get on their radar. So create content, tag brands, engage with brands, let them know, hey, this guy's here for hire. By creating content that includes certain brands that you're into, it alerts them. Then they go on your page, they sniff you out, they start to see. And this is how it kind of all comes together. Now, a tip I love, regardless of your follower count, to get brand deals is in-person networking and events. So regardless of your niche, whether you're fitness or food or fashion or travel or pet, there are industry events for you guys, right? And you may have to travel for some, or they may be in your hometown, but industry events are such a great way. Conferences, retreats, all of that. They're such a good way to meet other people, to connect, to meet brands in person, to meet other creators in person. A big thing of what we say here at Sidewalker is your net worth is your network. Who do you know? Who are you vibing with? Who are you hanging out with? Now, if you're interested in networking with other creators and learning and more, I'm not going to fully make an announcement today, but go ahead and sign up for our wait list to learn about something we're working on behind the scenes to bring you guys all together in person. So go ahead and click this little link to sign up for the wait list to be the first to know about what Sidewalker is working on to get you guys together. Another tip, if you are a creator with under 10,000 followers, is learn to collaborate with other creators. So many creators are Thinking about ways to collaborate with brands. Collaborate with each other. Do collab posts so y'all can grow together. You can, pitch together. Think about it. If you're a creator with 5,000 followers, okay, and you have another creator in your network that's around 5,000 followers too, or 4,000 or whatever, a little bit higher, you're combining your numbers and you're pitching together. This has a great shot. Sometimes brands want to work with multiple creators because it's also like multiple faces, multiple talent, right? We're not just getting one person, we're getting multiple people. So don't forget the importance of collaborating with each other. And that's why we want to bring you guys together, because we want you to say, hey, let's do a collab post. Hey, let's do a giveaway. Hey, let's shoot together. Hey, let's pitch together. This is not only going to help you grow your partnerships, it's also going to help you grow your following. Now, another tip, y'all, that is definitely going to make you money. I just polled my Inner Circle membership community and I said, y'all, what are some of these third-party platforms that have helped you get brand deals with a small following? And, there are these third-party influencer networks. Yes, it's not what we recommend because we're team pitch, we're team go after the brand, we're team send them an email to the decision maker, send your media kit. That's what we do. But we also understand that while you're getting your feet wet, why not also join these third-party platforms like Aspire or Incense or Holy, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Excuse me if I'm wrong. But there's tons of third-party platforms that you guys can also join to kind of put yourself out there and meet other brands and get paid for your work as a small creator. And like I said, y'all, there's no better way to get paid from brands than pitching. There just isn't, because you can sit around all day and wait for brands to come to you, which eventually they will, but it's going to be smaller than if you go for it. You send those pitches, you send your portfolio, you send your media kit, because again, you could just sit around and wait and they will come. I have a lot of creators who told me, Nina, I got 7,000 followers, 5,000 followers, this brand hit me up. And that's great. And you can pivot that to paid. But if you're sitting here and nothing's coming to you, then you got to go for it. You got to shoot your shot. And yes, you're going to get rejected. Yes, you're going to get ghosted. Yes, you're going to get no's. But you don't need that many yeses to make a successful living as a creator or an influencer. Again, these are all things that we're going to talk about at our next free live training. So make sure you register and you can join us. All right, y'all, I hope today's video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any feedback or things that have worked for you. Because remember, all other creators are reading this together. And if you're interested in all things Media Kit, make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn on that little bell, because I'm working on a new video right now all about Media Kit for newbies. And that video is going to be coming out soon. And we're going to go dive in if you're a newbie and you need a media kit. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn on that alarm so that you can get notified when our videos come out. See you guys in the next video.